the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set. We are nearly ready for the tip-off.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, D.A. Thank you so much. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Derek Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Butler in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Avery Bradley. And it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's James. Green finds Davis. There's the triple. And LeBron James gets it to go. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. Shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this can come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. McGee with the block. And here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. James has got 5.
That was a great job creating in transition. LeBron, using his speed, puts himself in a position to attack.
Now, here's Nunn. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
McGee inside. Adebayo on him. The shot's good from McGee.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
And Nunn has got the ball here for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Dishes it to Robinson. Butler feeling out a bit. That one misses. Great tee that from Green.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Here's Nunn, following the basket by LeBron James. Nunn passes to Butler. Jones trying to get open, and that one's good by Butler.
This is where Jimmy Butler really does his best work, when he can use his length and strength to full advantage.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Here's Butler, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Nunn finds Adebayo. McGee with the block. Passes to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
The veteran presence of Green, keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami. They trail by 9 points. Outside Butler. Robinson for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Green. Here's Davis. Again, Los Angeles.
With that great length, quick off the floor, AD rising above to knock it in from mid-range.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Bradley. Rondo dishes to Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
And he gets the bucket.
He's a power player. That's Crowder's game once he gets inside.
Dragic against Rondo. dishes it to Davis. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that. Davis has got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Dragic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk. Miami shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now here's Howard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A minute 20 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Dragic. Back to Crowder. He kicks it to Iguodala. Heat moving the ball around. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Howard. And the rejection by Leonard. The Heat shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And the first one drops. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Rajon Rondo. And stolen by Kuzma. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Popped up there for Howard. And in jam.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops, given his strength.
The Heat trail by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Dragic the pass to Hero. Crowder goes in, and Crowder slams it in.
Don't sleep on Jay Crowder now. He can do that to you every trip down.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the...
Is this what it is to be a...
And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about...
These guys work so hard and they're young.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts? Oh, goodness! Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Hero. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Hero passes to Adebayo. Great D that time from Howard.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one. Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Shots good from Butler.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
Kuzma finds Davis. Right block shot, and he gets the jumper to drop. Davis has got 8 points.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the net.
Nunn up top. To the inside. Shoots the three, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
Here's Hero. Timeout called, the Heat. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Hero. Here's Butler, and the pass to Adebayo. Inside, here's Nunn, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nunn's got his second basket of the game.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and Bradley's subbed in for Cook.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derek Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys,
they usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the others.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Derek Jones comes in for Bam Adebayo, and it's Iguodala in for Jimmy Butler. Olynyk finds Jones, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find teammates.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And both free throws good for Davis.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
And Nunn has got the ball here for the Heat. A 12-point game in the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. It's good from long range.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing. Just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
Passes it to Davis. James against Robinson. Davis the pass to LeBron. They get a hand on it. Olynyk with the steal. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. From deep. The Lakers with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to McGee. Back to Davis. And they double up Davis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
If the game seems easy for AD, that's because it is. He's taking the time to develop the fundamentals of the game.
Dragic kicks to Iguodala. Outside Robinson. Outside Dragic. Fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Dragic has got 6.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D could afford to give him.
And the Lakers call time here.
And Goran Dragic last season coming off the bench for the first time in his 8 years in the league really excelled in that six-man role.
He did. He's a guy who creates his own offense. He's also a guy who can organize the reserves and keep things flowing. All about finding ways to continue to flourish, and he did it.
The Heat trail by 8. And he banks in the layup. He's got 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
James in the post. He's covered by Iguodala. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. The 3 from LeBron.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Rondo against Dragic. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Nice little run here.
Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Dragic against Rondo.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
LeBron, good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a proof. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
The story has been the versatility of Giannis, his ability to dominate every statistical, sophistical, ballistical category. He's the goal.
And that should do.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Jimmy Butler, Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. The 10-footer. Out of hand on it. Butler against LeBron. Butler. And the rejection by LeBron.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
Los Angeles leading by 4. That one drops for him. Davis has got 14 points for the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. To the middle, here's McGee. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley. Heat also with a sub. Silva's checked in. Stolen by none. In transition, here comes Miami. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Pass to Adebayo. A fader. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early. And it's Davis finishing it off.
You get this a lot from AD. Attack, attack, and he's scoring in bunches.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's for that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They're leading by 8. Down low. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Green. Davis has got 18 points in the game.
And that's a great pass. Danny Green showing us he can do more than D it up and 3 it up.
And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Robinson, that's good.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And it's Davis missing.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there. Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Deflects the pass. Now here's Nunn. He's guarded closely. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Doesn't get any higher percentage than this. Adebayo is ferocious when he gets it in close.
To the paint. 6 feet out. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got 20 points.
He's given a great offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And the Heat call time here. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Alex Caruso. And that one, good. He's got 12.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Pulls it up. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Andre Iguodala. Here's Rondo. Here's Howard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Floats it up for Iguodala. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Incredible pass to Iggy. Put it right where he wanted it. Fantastic read by Iggy to exploit the space in the D.
Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Heat. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's Dragic. It's good. This game is all even. Dragic has got 14 points for the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations but it's worth it.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Here's Hero. And at last, they get one to fall. Now it's a 4-point Miami lead. Caldwell Pope right side. Pass to Howard. Kuzma with it. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Back to Kuzma. Just 5 to shoot. And he hits the jump shot. Kuzma's got his second bucket.
This is Kuzma's game. You set me up, I'll knock it down.
Dragic looking for an opening. No one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Heat as they end the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing. JaVale McGee is out there with Morris, and it's Bradley in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Hero passes to Jones. Crowder against Morris. Pass to Dragic. No good on the triple.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Just a superb move on the interior there. It could not have come at a better time. Just a smart, forceful finisher.
Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Inside, and Jones slams it home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that.
And he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
You see the tremendous first step, the power. LeBron loves to put the defense back on its heels.
Dragic the pass to Olynyk. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
James. Another shot outside for Caldwell Pope. That's tipped. Pass to LeBron. Clock at 4. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And Bradley gets it to go.
For a guy who's much more natural shooting the long 2, Bradley's worked hard to increase his range.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Green in for Caldwell Pope. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
The Heat trail by 4. Nunn kicks to Butler. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Los Angeles leading by 4. Bradley passes to Green. Misses the 3. LeBron against Butler. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
The Heat have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Outside Butler. Back to none. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Man, I'll tell you, your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Outside Butler. Good D by LeBron. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Davis kicks to James. Butler with the steal. Now the pass to Jones. None against Bradley. Right side Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Robinson. That's short off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Tough for the defender. Thinks he has LeBron timed perfectly, but instead gets fooled with the pump fake.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Butler. Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 8. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
On the free throw, no good. The Heat trail by 10. Down low, it's stolen by Davis. And it's McGee with the jam.
And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. None against Bradley. Passes it to Butler. To the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hop.
And it's Davis missing. The Heat have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Butler up top. James covering. And stolen by LeBron.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Butler, no good.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And to think LeBron in high school was recruited by some D1 colleges to play wide receiver, boy, what a downfield target he would have been.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
LeBron against Crowder. James looking around. And the Lakers with another miss. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.